Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2 of Mario Kart Birthday Party DLC Edition. I'm your host, Damian Nickel, and I have here my top 4 competitors from last year. We've got Micah, Levi, local Marty, Andre.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the interview section of last year's top 4 winners of our first season's Mario Kart Birthday Party Tournament. First up, we have our hailing first place champion of the entire tournament, Micah. A very bold 17-year-old that loves both soccer and the arts, but it's never stopped him from being efficient with items, drifting, and rarely making mistakes like Tom Brady. He's not afraid of expressing his nerdy side with gaming lore, just like he's not afraid to write his own. He's been studying the gaming world since he was born. It's no surprise he's found himself here at the top. But when you're at the top, there's a target on your back. It's a good thing he came prepared to rip out yours. This is Mighty Mouse.
Hello, folks. Today, I've got your boy, Mighty Mouse Micah here. So, Micah, today, I'm going to be having a little interview together here for this session. So, last year was your first time in front of a crowd. How did that affect your game?
I think it didn't affect me that much, aside from the pressure of, having to go against Levi the entirety of the tournament. But I think it went well.
You had a very tough first round, actually. It was you, Trey, Levi, and Justin. All those players being very well in the gamers among family and friends, but one of them being top 2 with you. How did you feel going against that competition? Were you confident? Were you excited? Were you nervous? How'd you feel about that?
I wasn't worried. It was the only person that I really considered a threat in that race, not to throw any shade, was Levi. But, I mean, obviously that's seeing how the race turned out. I was right about that. He was my biggest competition. But other than that, I was pretty confident going into it. So.
You two like big rivals?
Yes, long-time rivalry. You could even say it's been a lifetime. But
did you ever I assume because Levi's so young, were you always the one that came up on top over him?
Yeah, I everything he knows he learned from me. Not to take any credit, but it might have been part of my own downfall with restraining him the way that I did. Yeah.
So you were you're very young, 17, not even in your prime years yet, and yet you won the whole thing. Are we seeing a potential dynasty here?
No, I don't think so. I'm kind of doing my own thing.
So you're not very confident that you might not win the whole thing, huh?
No, well, this year, I mean, I'm worried about Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Because he's been at it, from what I've heard.
Oh, wow.
Because
really?
back in the day, he's the reason why I'm as good as I am. He was, in his prime, he was something else.
Oh, so you're not even worried about the rest of the top 4. You're more worried about someone that fell out of the top 4.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
No, the top 4. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. They're still amazing, and it's still going to be really hard. But now there's a whole new layer to it. If he really brings his game up.
Tougher competition. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see just what happens in the raffle picks when we draw numbers for the divisions. But that's very interesting that you are worried about that. Last year, you were very efficient with your items and made very little mistakes in your drifting. Is there anything you think you can improve this year?
Probably my uses of coins, because I did tend to waste them a few times, and I noticed I was like, man, could have saved that.
Yeah.
And especially with the way that coins work. I mean, not to leak it, but when you're in first place and you have a coin, you're guaranteed to get a block item in your next box. So it's good to hold on to them. So that's something I think I can improve on.
Now, from what I hear, there's been a quiet shadow lurking around you. Andre, He's been very vocal and talking trash, saying that he's coming for you. How do you feel about that?
Well, he says the same. He said the same last year, and we all know how that went. So
yeah, that is true.
let him say what he wants. But,
that is true.
But we all know. We all know.
Okay. I see. A little trash talking here. You came in actually running with Pink Yoshi. Were you running back with him, or are you going to go with a different character this year?
This year, I have changed my entire playstyle. I'm no longer a Yoshi main. I play Funky Kong.
Oh, Funky
Kong. Now that
Kong.
I have access to it through the DLC, I get to play Donkey Kong, and I've also even gone a more niche route and use inward drifting, which is only available to motorcycles, but it allows for sharper turns, but it's also very hard to use compared to outward drifting, which most people use.
So we're going with the DLC character, Funky Kong. That's a new character for the DLC for you newbies out there. So what's your favorite Mario character? Who's your favorite?
My favorite Mario character? Probably Funky Kong, but either Funky Kong or Waluigi.
That man is groovy. Do you have any final message to your fellow competitors?
Good luck.
All right, straightforward to the point. Last year's first place
looking
winner.
forward to see how much everyone's improved.
That is true. We
See
do
how
have
it
tougher
scales up.
competition. That is true.
I'll see if the golden standard has been raised.
Ooh, okay, that's a challenge for you folks out there. All right, so that is Mighty Mouse Micah. I'll leave it right back to the next interview.
A timid but energetic and bombastic ball of energy arrives in the morning with our second place winner, Levi. A young lad that loves soccer and has a very creative mind for clutch moments. He's only ever played Mario Kart 8, and it's all he really has to know. He never expected to have gotten this far, but it's built up confidence in him that gives him a bright future ahead. He may be shy, but don't mistake it for weakness, because you may just regret it. This is LJ.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Today I've got our second place winner, Levi, LJ.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good to have you. So you came in here last year for the first time as a rookie playing in front of a crowd. How did you feel coming into that?
Nervous as usual.
Oh wow, yeah. I think it was. You could really tell with the way just the way you were
And
very
the
expressive.
atmosphere.
Yeah, atmosphere. It was. I think it was pretty new for everyone involved. You played a difficult division against Trey, Justin, and Micah, who ran top 2 with you, actually. How did you feel about coming into that division?
I kind of forgot a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's just like it just happens and like it goes so fast, you know. And it's like
Were you like thinking in the moment kind of thing?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. And like, who did you think was going to be the biggest threat out of that division group?
That mouse. It was that mouse.
Mighty Mouse. Okay, Mighty Mouse Micah. Okay. Yeah, because you guys have played since you were born. I mean,
Basically,
when did you start playing games against him again?
Like 6 to 8?
8?
No. Somewhere around 7.
Around 7,
We've
and
been playing
you're
together.
and you're 14, right?
13.
13. Oh wow. So you were 12 last year when you played. You're very young, and you seem very shy and timid playing on the competition, but you managed to nearly make it to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel having that experience? Do you think you'll make it over the hump this year to take that number 1 spot?
I mean, I'll try my best again. I mean, still, that Mighty Mouse always gets in front of me.
Always.
Like, literally, like, 80% of the time, he, like, I'm right here.
But you start getting more confident, the more
Yeah. And last year, I got more confident after my first match. And I did not expect to get in front of Micah that match.
Wow.
But he started recovering.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you start to notice each other's tendencies. the way you play. And you consistently kept yourself in that top 2 spot even to the final round. So even like just getting second place in each round will get you over the hump.
Yeah.
And so you just need to snatch that number 1 spot last second from in that final championship round.
Exactly.
So now coming into this year as a rookie, you made a lot of rookie mistakes, but you managed to clean it up in huge clutch moments on the final 3rd lap. What do you think helped you get that momentum to make a huge comeback?
Well, using the tricks and tips kind of thing to get. Was there AIs?
Yeah, there was AI.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again this year.
Is that it's kind of a little blank for me how I got it there, but I just got there and like you said, I was in the moment.
So you were more so forgetting your past mistakes.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so you have a tendency of just forgetting about the mistake, moving forward, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like just know, I just got there. I could have done better.
Okay.
But there's always room for improvement.
So sheer focus. I see you. Okay, so one big moment for you that I was personally a part of was when you actually clutched up a drift and beat me last second semifinals. Was that the like, okay, I think I could win all this for you, or did you just keep yourself kind of grounded?
Kind of keep myself kind of grounded. I mean, like, I was thinking, like, okay, I got this. Like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna win it all. But like, I still kind of felt the same. Is that like, yeah, that just happened.
Yeah.
So let's try to do the same for everyone else.
Yeah. I remember because you were like, I was like, oh, I missed the double box, and then I threw an item, you blocked it with an item. I was like, oh no, and I saw you like lose your mind when you got past that finish line. That was a really awesome experience.
Still kind of blank for me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, what's something you think you can improve on this year after getting that experience?
On this year, I don't know, but like, it's really gotta be a whole different experience with the new maps. And
that is true.
I'm guessing my mouse memorizes
The maps.
most of the maps than we do. So he has a little bit of advantage. So I might in my free time practice those, and get a little bit more comfortable.
Get some practice today. All right. You came into the tournament last year with Toad. Do you think you'll run it back with him again, or do you think you'll go a different character?
He's my man.
Okay.
My main.
So what do you like about him? Like, do you like his like acceleration, his speed, his handling?
Yeah, and he's just one of my favorite characters in general. So.
Oh, that was actually going to be my next question for you. How come he's your favorite?
Toad.
Yeah. How come he's your favorite?
Excuse me?
Oh, like how come you like him? Like, is he like his design? Do you like
his design, and he's just adorable.
Aw.
Kind of like short, kind of like me.
Aw. Do you have a final message for your fellow competitors?
My final message, wasn't really planning on to, but I'm coming for you, Micah. I'll try to get in front of you. I'm like a cat. I'm trying to like catch this mouse. I'm gonna. I don't know.
Just coming for you.
Yeah, I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah.
It's the last thing I do.
And also, I have another question for you. Andre has actually been trash talking you and Micah in the top 2 spots. He does not think you guys are good. What's your reaction?
I totally
to that?
forgot that even happened. And I just blocked the things around me and just focus.
So you don't pay him attention?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's Levi, our second place winner.
Dribbling on down the Shadow Realm is our first season's 3rd place winner, Andre. A young 20s college basketball player with high hopes of making it to the big leagues. He's got a handful of years in Mario Kart from his childhood during his time of basketball. Some say he only got top 3 because of the lack of competition. But to him, game is game. He's loud and cocky, but backs it up. This is Prince Dre.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and here I have Andre Prince Dre from third place last year's tournament, and here we are with his interview. So, welcome. How are you?
Good.
Okay. First question. I have a feeling I already know the answer to this because of your basketball background, but how did you feel coming to the tournament, playing in front of the crowd?
Confident, ready, energized.
I like that. Okay, straight to the point. So you've had experience with Mario Kart. You played Double Dash, Wii, and even on the DS. And you were bloodthirsty against your competition, seemingly keeping yourself ahead of the pack with the first and second place for most of the rounds. But when it came to the semifinals, you started to struggle with your item usage and drifting. What's something you think you need to work on?
I don't know. I'm not really into Mario Kart like that. I mean, I was thinking about that today earlier, what I need to work on, but I had to take a guess. Probably knowing when to use my items.
Can you give me an example?
Like knowing when to hold off on an item and knowing when to use an item.
Like mushrooms, for example?
Yeah, or like shortcuts and stuff.
So you also think like maybe like remembering the maps, like shortcuts on the maps and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially the DLC, because I think mostly everyone is going to be coming into this not really having an idea what the DLC maps are going to be like.
Yeah.
$25, by the way, for the DLC. You're very confident. Some will call cocky player, and many people thought that you made it to the top 3 because of the lack of elite competition. What do you say to that?
They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
No rebuttal?
Anybody that has to say that doesn't know the game. There's a reason why I was top 3.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
And for lack of competition, like, this is what we're gonna do? Really? That's the narrative that's being written about me? Like, come on, man. Like, you guys gotta think of something better. Like, I don't gotta prove anything. I know who I am.
He let y'all know. He called y'all out. For what I've been hearing, you've been lurking in the shadows, talking trash about Micah and Levi in the top 2. What do you think of those allegations?
They're true. Yeah, I mean, they're not good.
You don't think they're good at all? Even though they place like top 2 ahead of you.
No. I mean, they're for sure sweats, but I mean, I think if I just like practice for this next like couple of weeks, I think I'll be straight.
So you think practice is gonna help you?
Yeah, practice is gonna help.
But so you say earlier you don't know what you need to improve on.
That's why I'm practicing.
Okay. How do you keep yourself confident even after placing 3rd place last year?
I mean, I was top 3. How many people were there? Were like
16.
Yeah, 16. I was top 3. I didn't even practice. So
this year we're actually bringing possibly 24 people.
Bring more losers.
He's calling the rest of y'all out.
You guys are good. I'm telling you. Like, you guys are gonna just be like astonished.
He called 23 of you guys out. So that's one of his messages to you guys. So you came into the tournament with Dry Bones last year. Will you run it back with your boy?
Of course, Dry Bones is my guy.
What do you like about Dry Bones so much, by the way?
I don't know. There's just something like cool about him. I like him. He's like, just like
aesthetic.
Yeah, it's like Sonic the Hedgehog, like type of vibes.
Not really, but okay.
Or not Sonic, Shadow.
Oh, Shadow. Shadow, like the dark, edgy.
Yeah, like design. Dark, edgy, cool.
Yeah.
Sticks out.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. Who's your favorite Mario character?
Dry bones.
All right, good point. Do you have
What are these questions, man? You waste my time.
Dude, my whole script got deleted, so I had to like make it last second today, man. I don't remember all of it, so I had to like come up with this. I mean, do you have any last words for your fellow Wait, where you going? Right. Sorry, folks. We had to drag Andre back. He was trying to escape set. Seemed very upset. Do you have any last words to your fellow competitors?
Good luck.
And okay, simple as that. I mean, okay. Okay. I don't know what that is. I hope it's not too loud for the mic. It sounds like a bird.
Chicken.
Yeah. Anyways, on the count of three, we'll get going. In 1, 2, 3, action. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with our interview for our final interview with our fourth place winner from last year, Marty, Godfather. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, for our first question, how exactly did you feel playing in front of a crowd for the first time?
It's nothing new to me. I'm used to playing in front of a crowd.
Oh, okay. So you was that like from like your sports background?
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay. You
We
played.
got a big family, so they always support our, everyone within the family, and just used to playing in front of family, basically.
Oh, okay. You've been playing Mario Kart since the N64, which came out in 1997, and you retired from it before coming out of retirement again, playing it for last year's tournament. How much has Mario Kart changed over the years?
It's changed a lot. It's actually, I started playing before the 64 on the Super
Oh, wow.
NES.
Oh, wow.
Even more so from that one, because I think the 64 is when they first implemented the drifting.
Oh, really?
Like, actually made it a feature in the game. But the Super Nintendo one, it was just like, you just kind of did it as a, almost like like not on purpose, but like it was in the game.
Dang.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of new stuff. I assume that Blue Shell was introduced in the N64 too, right? Or was it always?
It was. Yeah, I think it was.
Dang. Got a whole podcast about that. You had a lot of ups and downs throughout the tournament, even placing in 8th place in one round, then catching up and winning it to catch up in the top 2 placement. And you managed to get yourself finally to that number 4 spot in the championship game after missing the game for years. What's something you think you need to work on to get yourself that number 1 spot?
I think if I played it regularly, I could, but there's just too many things I got to do.
I get it. Yeah, and especially like getting used to the new maps because they're actually a lot harder this time around.
Yeah, they look pretty interesting. Tough turns going on.
Yeah, especially that Waluigi map. There's so many sharp turns in that.
Yeah,
that it's hard to really get a grip on it. You have to pay attention where you're looking.
That Ouija time.
Yeah. One of your biggest moments that was actually a personal favorite of mine was when you played in an overtime match against Erlen, and you managed to squeak on by in a close one. How did you feel throughout that experience?
I was just trying to lock in. I was frustrated because I felt like, you know how in Mario Kart, it just seems like it just dogpiles on you when something's happening. And if you let it get to you, there's no chance. And I just kind of just try to lock in and just try to do what ended up happening. Sometimes it comes through, sometimes it doesn't. But I was just trying to maintain staying on the road.
Just get clean turns. That's the hard part. So, from what I've seen, the top 3 guys ahead of you seem to be only concerned with each other and don't really pay you attention, any mind. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me at all. I've always been an underdog.
I like this guy. Do you think it has anything to do with you being an older veteran?
Maybe, or that might be it. Just because I think you guys game on a regular with each other, and you guys are used to competing against each other, and you know, you don't really see me competing in the same, I guess, venues when you guys are playing, and I just kind of pick up the games and then it's kind of adapt as I'm playing.
They don't see the hard work, that dedication.
Well, you guys all stemmed off of watching me when you guys were kids.
Yeah, that is true.
And
that is true.
I was a straight up gamer like how you guys are now.
Yeah.
And I just don't have the time to do like how it was before. You know what I mean?
I get it. You a dad, and it's funny because Micah talked about how he's actually worried about 4.
Yeah.
And he didn't even make it to the top final round. So
I think that's because I smacked him down.
Yeah. So you came in with Wario from last year's tournament. Will you run with him again this year, or will you be going with a different character?
Maybe probably do Wario again.
Okay.
It's a toss up. I don't know.
So how come you like playing with Wario so much? Is he like your favorite character, or?
Ever since he was like implemented in any of the games, I always gravitated towards him. But before that, I used to like using the Koopa Troopa.
Oh, okay.
And I think a lot of people end up using them, so I just was like, all right, well, let me pick someone no one else is gonna really pick. I don't think that people gravitate towards Wario, so I just picked him.
I like that. So, any last words for your fellow competitors?
Watch out. Coming.
He's coming for you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our last season's top 4 competitors. As we approach the newest season on July 13th, you too can be interviewed for your next year's gaming birthday tournament. Let's take a look at these fierce faces of champions. So, come up and sign up for the tournament, and who knows, you may have a shot to win it all. Even if you don't, you'll have fun regardless. Because, I mean, come on, man, it's a birthday party. Until then, I'll see you at the racetrack.